Hi guys, welcome to this channel. And today we're going to we're going to go through the Hindenburg research on the Adani Group. This research was done by the Hindenburg Research company, which was published on January 24th. This research has actually is a flash in the pan. It talks about how the world's third richest man is pulling the largest con in corporate history. So it's a massive allegation. The heading says it all, and we're going to go through this research paper, and hopefully in a series of videos, and we're going to see um, um, how, as a normal layman, what struck me most in this particular research. There were certain red flags that I found worth sharing. So let's look at who is Hindenburg Research and what is the credibility. So the Hindenburg Research is uh, is a private company which was founded in 2017. It has 10 employees and it is based in New York City. Uh, it is an investment research firm with a focus on activist short selling. So I won't get into short selling too much, but it's kind of you're selling at a peak of the shares and you're buying it somewhere when the share value has depreciated. So we'll leave it there. It has had pedigree in terms of whistleblowing and investigating into corporate, say, irregularities. Yeah, like the one that's mentioned in this slide, like it has done investigation onto online betting operator DraftKings. The major scoop that it did was on Nikola. Nikola how parlay an ocean of lies into a partnership with the largest automaker OEM. When Nikola was trying to do a partnership with GE, and that was GM, General Motors, and that was investigated and it was successfully it was I would say a success in terms of Hindenburg research. Okay, so with the background behind us of Hindenburg research, we're going to bump into the around Gautam Adani and the Adani. Um, you can see from this the two screenshots there on this slide is that the wealth history of Adani. If you see the wealth history of Adani, it has been fairly platonic and was not too exciting till about 2020, when something dramatic happened and the share prices rose almost 819%, or the wealth of Mr. Adani, Gautam Adani, rose almost 819%, and he added around $120 billion from the meager $20 billion. Sorry, he added around $100 billion from the meager $20 billion that he already held in 2020. So that's a massive rise in net wealth, and it is largely been done in 3 years and has happened largely through stock price appreciation in the group's seven key listed companies. So all of these, the content in this slide, I mean the word contents, have been copied from this Hindenburg research. So all credit goes to them. And The main thing here is that you see the difference between Mr. Mukesh Ambani's net wealth rise and Mr. Gautam Adani's net wealth rise. So it was almost going neck and neck till around somewhere in the 1920, in 2021, 22. And somewhere something helped the net wealth of Mr. Gautam Adani spike from around 2021, 22. And it just left behind Mr. Mukesh Ambani. So whereas Mr. Mukesh Ambani grew his wealth by around 300%, but here Mr. Gautam Adani has pushed his wealth almost 700%, so 800%. So it's almost 8 times compared to Mr. Mukesh Ambani's 3 or 4 times. So basically, Mr. Mukesh Ambani must have missed some opportunity that Mr. Gautam Adani has latched onto that has helped him go leaps and bounds ahead of Mr. Mukesh Ambani. So there was something missing, which a mature and strong businessman like Mr. Gautam Adani couldn't spot, which Mr. Gautam Adani spotted, which Mr. Mukesh Ambani couldn't spot, and that helped him rise almost 8 times. So that does um, ring some alarm bells. Um, that or it could be premature, and I hope it's premature to ring alarm bells. But definitely, it brings into question, like, what is it that one of them missed and the other latched onto? Could be something. So we're going to dive into the next slide. We're going to see one of the facets in this research, and it's all about the family. It's all about the Adani family. So the Adani family consists of 7 siblings, and as you can see from this information, which has been sourced from that research, is that Mr. Gautam Adani, he's the chairman of 6 out of the 7 publicly listed entities bearing the Adani name. So he's the chairman of 6 of the 7 listed companies. And you can see that his family in the leadership team, which consists of around 22 people, or at least 8 of the members belong to the Adani family. So that's almost like 1/3 of the leadership team is part of the family. Um, Let me just go back. Is that what is the problem with that? Some people say, "What's the problem?" It's almost. But the difference is that the Adani Group is a publicly listed company, and we expect, as per expectations of a company which is being run by the second or third richest man in the world, is that we're expecting the companies that he owns to be run, who owns majority stake in, to be run in a professional manner with highest standards of transparency without any conflict of interest. So which are the features which plague family run businesses? Within family run businesses, there could be conflict of interest cases, and there could be cases of opaqueness, which can plague or lead to their demise, or lead to some downfall of these companies, rather than the ones which are transparent uh, and and run by professionals. So, as you can see in the last paragraph, is that there has been allegations. The Adani Group has faced allegations of corruption, money laundering, and theft of taxpayers' funds, but they have, in many cases, they have not been proven. So I would say they will leave it as allegations. But this research has also mentioned that the investigations have either been stalled or stonewalled by various arms of the Indian government. So, yep, they are still part of the research, and that's why this research is so explosive. Okay, so the last slide before we wrap up this video is regarding one of the family members. Now, Mr. Gautam Adani has an elder brother by the name of Mr. Vinod Adani. Now, Mr. Vinod Adani was till 2011 used to hold various official executive roles. But after 2011, he has gone into the background. He's not been in the limelight. And as per our media, they have here they have mentioned that he is, as mentioned in the media, that describes him as a shadowy figure with a nebulous role in the Adani empire. So that is not a very good reputation to hold, to have, basically. And Mr. Gautam is and has been alleged that Mr. Vinod Adani runs an integrated network of offshore entities that extensively deals with Adani Group. So basically, it is trying to say is that Mr. Gautam Adani is not an executive member of the Adani Group, but he holds shares of the Adani Group, and also he runs some entities which invest heavily into the Adani Group of companies. So basically, he's like an outsider, but an insider, because he's part of the family, and his companies majorly invest into Adani stocks only. So that's what we are going to see in further information. So do uh, do s- do do watch the next video, and we'll have some further information uh, regarding this research that has come from Hindenburg. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.